Alright guys, welcome back. We got war number 6 and it's a doozy. We've got 15 fights for you crammed into like 20 minutes. So the fights are a little bit sped up. First is Path 3. Hyperion has no armor up, so there's nothing to worry about this node. So we can go in with Hyperion. Go in with a 5-hit combo ending in a light. I like the advanced power boost so I can immediately get the extended duration on the neutralize. Then go medium ending 5-hit combo followed by another light with a special one to extend the neutralize again. He can still gain power, but he can't gain his power gain buff. So really nothing too crazy here. His power is not going to get out of hand. We can go ahead and pause the debuffs with a heavy, and then we're going to go striker, and he's down. So fight number 1 in the bag. That was Node 3 Wiccan against Hyperion. Next is Node 12 Viv Vs Weapon X. Viv Vs Weapon X is an interesting fight. It works, but you cannot use your phase. If you phase, he's going to go unstoppable, and you are going to get shredded instantly. So here I specifically do not. I basically play him stun immune. I do not phase. There I get the special 2 followed by the special 1, and he is done before you know it. So awesome fight with Viv against Weapon X on Node 12. Next, so we're going to go to Path 1 in Section 2, and we are going to take Node 19 against Sauron. Now, sometimes this fight goes extremely smooth. Again, the passive power gain is great. My first 2 combos are great. We get the special 2, and then I end up getting clipped a couple times, I think, by his... I got caught on a dash back there, which is annoying. I did get a clean evade on that one. Go into my special 1 rotation, and again, I think I end up getting clipped again a little bit by the end of that special 1. Very annoying, and then we can finally get off our unblockable special 1 to finish it off. But just annoying because it's going to cost me some potions later, that's all. But clean fight regardless. Next, Node 28 Wiccan against Terrax. This is a buffet node, but Wiccan is an amazing Terrax counter. I'm just going to go ahead, again, light ending combo, medium ending combo. Then I'm going to go back to the light ender with the special 1 with the extended duration. Any damage I actually take from Terrax's passive damage from his like rock shield before it's gone, that I can all heal back with the special 1, which is very nice. So I can get some nice healing back on this one from any of that passive damage. And there he goes down super fast. Now we're going to go on to the junior account. We're starting on Path 1. We're going to go with this regen thing. Now we're going to go with Cassie. This is a little bit of a longer fight, but Cassie's going to put enough buffs from her power stings, as well as she is a global defender that can put the withers on. I've also have a chance to put the poison on, and at the same time, if I knock down a thing because I'm a global attacker, I can get a I can also get a slow on, in which case I don't really have to worry too much about things power. But there, I had him at 15 rock stacks anyway. I don't have the slow up, so I have to back off and kind of wait for him to hit into the block, build him to 1 bar of power, at least let him throw it. I know the fight is sped up for you, but it's a bit of a long fight, and I have so many fights this war, so you're getting a lot of fights trying to pack it into a short amount of time. But here you can see, once we finally start getting all the debuffs on him, then we can keep the healing in order. So again, hit into the block, get those withers up. Again, I don't have a slow up while he's over 15 rock stacks. So there we go. I do get clipped a little bit by that one, which is a little annoying, but not the end of the world. And yeah, we're able to take this one out. It's not like the perfect counter here, but it worked really well in order to give me the most amount of counters on my path. So really, this was probably one of the more annoying ones for me this war. Just I knew I could do it. It just wasn't going to be the cleanest fight. So There we go. The power stings take him out. Next is the Man-Thing, which again, like last war, earlier on in the season, we tried this one with Sandman and it went horribly. But last time we used Cassie and it was great. So you can see we can shrink down and get our heavy attack in. We can get those power stings up on Man-Thing. And now we can go ahead and keep intercepting with those heavies if we need to. We can counter his heavy there, knock down, get the slow on, don't have to worry about his unstoppable. If we're close enough, we can evade and counter the special one. I still get clipped by it right there again, but as long as I have... if I have the taunt up, then I'm taking pretty limited damage. The taunt you get on the special one. And again here, we're just going to go ahead, keep trying to knock him down, make sure we have the slow active. We have no buffs, so we really don't have to worry about much with the slow at all. Cassie's just an unbelievable node counter there. Unfortunately, we get clipped by the special one again, but we go for a nice little shrink down into the special one, get those power stings on. And again, I could probably play this fight a lot more aggressive with the power stings with Cassie, but at the same time, I'm just trying to level into him, like get as much damage in, and I probably could have played a little more aggressive with the power stings, but for the most part, I was really happy with how this went. Push him to a special 2, easy to counter. Nice little striker there into a heavy. And again, evade the last part of that one. Try to shrink down. He doesn't want to come in. Finally comes in at the last second. So at least, we don't, again, you can't charge that heavy for too long or else you're going to get stunned yourself. They're clipped one more time, but take very little damage, and that Man-Thing goes down. Now we switch from Path 1 to Path 3 in Section 2. This is an old-school fight for me. Used to have this all the time. The Sloped Armor Thorns Nimrod. Haven't had to fight this one yet in a while. And we're going to go with Nebula. Even the rank 3 unduped Nebula is going to be fine for this one. I think my other account has like maybe a rank 4 duped Nebula, or even if it's rank 3. Both are fine. You just charge up to 20 of the shock charges on the top left while you build to 2 bars of power. That is really all you need to do for this. Now, the difference between this and other previous times that I fought him is that he was this is a rank 5, so there we get the perfect parry into special 2. But it doesn't take him out. The rank 5 has a lot more health. So did get him nuke him down to like 19, 18%. But we still have to go in and we build up the charges again. And I think I just end up, he was holding that special 2 for a long time. So I'm just going to go ahead and parry, put those shocks on, and do one more special 1 to end it here. So Nebula came in clutch just for that fight. And then Cassie again for the sloped armor static defense. Tigra, the node is irrelevant. It's just Tigra here. And luckily I had my Tigra evades on point this fight. There, unfortunately, I don't know what happened there. Usually I can combo into that special 1 no problem, but there the AI super fast, but luckily I was up for the task of evading the special 1, and I'm just going to take a bit of chip damage. I think I might get hit a few more times in this one, but it's not too bad. I was also a little nervous about the spacing with Tigra, so I didn't want to get too cute on trying to use the power stings unless I was parrying Tigra here. But there again, stay close, back away, counter that special 1. There we go, special 1 into our special 1. Make sure the taunt is up, try and get a couple more power stings if I can. But for the most part, no problem here. We have class advantage. We're rank 5 Cassie, and Tigra goes down. So pretty happy with my just general evade counters there. Maw here is on note 38, the first of like 7 mini bosses between the main minis and the boss island. So I take 6 of the 9 minis, plus 1 fight on Boss Island. So here, this is a Maw where it's got like ebb and flow knockdown, and when you knock him down, you also he goes debuff immune. So Cassie is a really good counter because I have no buffs, but I still need to consistently knock him down and be weary of the falter. You see, I got to like 20 charges. If I'm not consistently knocking him down with heavies, then I'll need to keep tabs of the falter. There we go for a nice big special 2. And there, after the striker, I have to back away, and there we get the heavy attack in, so I don't have to worry about the falter for a few seconds here. So I can get another nice little hit in. Again, approaching falter, gotta be careful. And I think there are a few times where I do accidentally hit into Maw when the falter timer ends, like right there. Because he didn't come into me early, I waited too long and got hit by the falter. Now the falter timer, when you fight Maw on an extended fight, eventually the number kind of disappears, and you're just going to have that black and white timer that's just above, like on the right side of below Cassie there. And you have to keep track of that, and then you'll see those words approaching falter as it gets there. So when I get to these longer Maw fights, I'm always keeping an eye on the top left of my screen. And at the same time, if I do knock him down, I can just keep tabs of that little red icon on the right that turns green once it's done. And again, I'm getting clapped all over the place on this fight, but I think this is the last one that I need Cassie for. So I just have to play smart the rest of the fight. Every time I knock him down, I am getting like a passive 40% fury. So really, I just got to focus on that, and I can't focus on power stings or anything on this one. It's really just damage, and we get it down. Next is a node 40 Magneto against Zemo. Now, I tried to do Future Ant-Man with Magneto earlier this season and failed on this node because each buff on the attacker reduces the power gain. So I do 1 heavy at the beginning, and then I'm like, no, we cannot heavy this guy at all the rest of the fight. We want to make sure that we can still gain power the rest of the way. So all I'm going to do is bait the special 1 over and over and over again, but instead of going for heavies for that nice big damage, also it's there's 99% energy resistance, and all of Magneto's attacks are energy based, but Zemo is a metal champion, so I do have the magnetism. So it's kind of, there's only so much you can do with the magnetism. Like I will get some nice crits still in there, like you see some 3,000 and 5,000 crits, but I'm just going to go for the special 3 with limited prowess. I don't really need any prowess on me, because also, 1, it's not going to put any bleeds on with no prowess, so I don't have to worry about potentially getting rooted right after the special 3. And number 2, I'm going to get a Fury now. So even with that Fury, my power rate is reduced a little bit, but not enough to prevent me from gaining power. And I'm hitting a lot harder with, you can see like 7,000 K crits when I have that Fury active. So I'm going to do that exact same rotation again, which is really just build up to the special 3, go for bait special 1s, and repeat this cycle over and over and over again. And this way I'm able to get this fight down without, I think I had like a minute and a half to go by the time this one ended, so I did have to speed this one up. I'm sorry if you don't like the sped up fights, but it would have been I think I had like 35 to 40 minutes of uncut like fights from this war, and tried to bring it down to like around 20 minutes. So it's not so it's kind of reasonable if you want to jump around and see a whole bunch of fights from this war. So this is really, really, really nice. Again, we throw the special 3. We've got that nice Fury active, so really I want him to throw his special here so I can get some hits in, like those nice 7k, 4k crits while the Fury is active. And yeah, that's all we're going to do here. We're just going to, so maybe it's close to a minute left by the time this was done. But again, we threw that special 1 because it wasn't going to do too much, and he still had 2 cleanse charges. So I think we're just going to go one more special one to end it. Or no, just a combo, I guess, to end it. Next is a frustrating fight. Viv vs Future Ant-Man on Node 39. I screwed up last time, and I screwed up again on this one. But you'll see right there, I get my first hit in, no problem. My second one, I go in for the hit, and the AI evades instead of attacking into me when I'm phased, and kind of messes up my fight. I get nervous, and I pop that special one, which I shouldn't have. And really, it kind of threw me off my game, but really no excuses here. My problem is that I knew going into this one, what I needed to do is anytime he has 5 of his armor ups there on the top right, I need to wait till those disappear, and go with short, medium, light, medium combos, or heavy attacks, very short combos in order to prevent me from getting stunned and comboed by Future Ant-Man. And there's another hit that, like, the input didn't go my way. But here we go. We got our special 2 off now. I'm going to wait, and there's power stings on this node, so I got to wait until the power stings are off. Then we go, boom, nice big special 1. Another special 1. And he still has 2 charges there. We go for a third one. He's almost done, and I feel like all I got to do is get one more combo in, but I push him to 5, and even if it's a small chance that he stuns me, it stuns. Okay? The chance for glancing happened. I got stunned right at the end of the fight. Extremely frustrating. It was easily a soloable fight, and I messed that one up, and that unfortunately it wasn't the difference in the war. We won the war nicely, but we almost had our first goose egg in I can't remember if we've ever had one, and that ended up being the only death in our battle group, which is a little disappointing, but it's okay. If you're watching my videos, you're getting like realistic gameplay, and I screw up plenty of times, but try to make the most of it, learn from my experiences, even though that was exactly the opposite of not learning from your previous experiences, but hopefully all this helps. Next, we got Wiccan vs Gorr on 42. This one is, I think, one eye open, so you can't parry on here. You have to play this one stun immune, and Wiccan is just amazing for Gorr. Also, on this node, you have to knock them down to remove the protection so you can do damage. But if you just play regular Wiccan rotations, similar to the way I do the other ones, which is keep up the neutralize, so I'm going to want to go light ending combo into special 1 for the extended neutralize here. Then I'm going to, if I have a chance, if he throws another special, to evade and finish with a 5-hit combo into a medium to put on the passive incinerate. Or in this case, I just refresh the neutralize. There's a nice little unintended striker push, but it doesn't matter. Gorr is melting, and he goes down no problem. Really easy fight with Wiccan. And Wiccan actually put in quite a bit of work in the end. Next is Juggernaut on Hazard Shift Shock Bleed Conflictor, and we're going to bring in the Sandman. And the Sandman is going to do a great job. We're bleed and shock immune. Plus, we're global, so we can put the withers on, so the power gain is mitigated, and it's really just... and then all I have to remember is early on here, I screw up there a little bit. I need to throw a few more heavy attacks in order to keep the slow up, and once I remember that that's what I have to do here to keep the slow up, then as long as the slow is active and you don't get hit by those specials, then you're good. He's not going to be able to go unstoppable, and if he does, you can counter with the slow, and at this point it's really just a Juggernaut, but I have to keep remembering to knock him down. So other than that, Sandman, just an absolute beast here as a global attacker. I really don't have to think about anything for this hazard shift fight. Bleed and shock immune. He's got some nice immunities. Poison, bleed, and shock is really a treat to have for a node like this. Plus, as a global attacker, he's awesome. Again, I don't really know the max potential to play with Sandman yet, but I'm just happy that I am able to pretty much cruise through this fight with limited, like taking almost no health loss, and he just rips through it. So, Sandman, amazing. And next we've got a Nova on node 44, and this is a hazard shift, but because Nova's metal Magneto, we're just gonna heal him up most of the way, put on a regen boost, and then just we're pretty much just crossing our fingers that the RNG is going to be okay, that we can take down Nova here without it's a stun immune hazard shift fight, so like the old boss circle one. So I'm just going to go ahead and bait special ones all day because I'm pretty comfortable with that. And instead of building to special 3, I think I end up going with a bunch of special 1s. And just to put the bleeds on, and you get some burst damage when the bleeds expire. And that was just easier than, especially when he's stun immune, and we're taking like a pretty good amount of damage that way, so I was pretty happy with that decision. Nice big crits there, and I am out damaging the damage I'm taking back from the hazard shift, so it's pretty solid here. Magneto, again, putting in a lot of work. It is a rank 4 Sig 200 Magneto, and he does an amazing job as usual. And then last but not least, we have Hulkling on node 47, the same as last war. I missed the node there, but you just have to watch out. Sometimes you can get faltered on this one, I think, if you don't heavy or knock him down at the right time. But Hulkling, we're just going to do usual Wiccan stuff. Light ending 5-hit combo into a special 1, then a 5-hit combo ending in medium, and then right back into a I think there he got the falter on me for a second, so I had to back off and then go back in. We're going to go light ender here into special 2 and just look at him melt. All the buffs that he just tries to get are going to be turned into incinerates, plus those plasmas. Goodbye, Hulkling. Hope you enjoyed the war. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.